This is a quick overview of the Pi Lag Tester Pro, a tool for measuring input lag that uses the standard Raspberry Pi system on a chip computer board that costs about $5 or $40 if you want a really fancy one. Let's take a look at the hardware. So this is the hardware. On the right is the Raspberry Pi. In this case, I've got it plugged into a Pi Zero, which costs a grand total of $5. And then on the left is the lag testing hardware that is connected via this cable. And then the hardware is connected to a light sensor, which is on the TV. And there's the light sensor. Now this is being held in place by a piece of tape. And if you look very carefully, you'll see that the tape isn't actually touching the screen. It's just touching the bezel. So this is pretty safe as long as you're careful. And the great thing about it is that it allows you to take a lot of measurements without having to hold onto the sensor the whole time. And there are quite a lot of measurements you might like to take. For instance, most TVs support a lot of video modes. So let's take a look at the video modes that this particular TV supports. There they are. Actually, that's just the ones it advertises it supports. There's probably 100 modes that this TV would successfully display if you asked it to. No way you want to hold on to that sensor that whole time. The other thing is that you can actually do quite a lot with automated testing here. So if we type auto test, and hit enter, it'll remind me of the syntax, and the syntax is auto test, the name of the TV, the location that I want to measure from, and the sample count. So let's try that. So that would be the syntax, and if I hit enter, it just starts. And so now it's going to take 25 measurements each, starting with, in this case, 480i resolution, going through the sets of resolutions that are defined in the script. Now you notice the automated testing can be awesome, but you have to be careful. You'll notice that this particular TV is doing the right thing and displaying this particular video input and 4:3, and our sensor is definitely not being stimulated. So we're just seeing a little bit of backlight bleed. So you need to be careful to put your sensor in a spot that will be able to measure the video input on all the different modes that you're testing. And it's not too hard, actually. In addition to this mode here where the test bars are only on the left side of the screen, there's an option to switch it so that the test bars go all the way across the screen. And then you can just put your sensor roughly in the middle and you won't have any difficulty. So hopefully that gives you a very quick overview of the hardware and a little taste of some of the features that the hardware offers.